Hello, welcome to the new video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Heatran in the Master League. Master League is going to be back here. Heatran got recently buffed with Fire Spin again as well. Fire Spin got like buffed twice. But today we're going to try to hunt down Enamorus. And I actually played a different team with Heatran in the beginning and swapped it after one set, which was kind of the same here. But I had Heatran in the back and had the Tapu Bulu in the lead. But what I kind of encountered was that basically every Enamorus that I faced was in the lead. And this was the same for me here. Like, whenever I faced an Enamorus with this team, it was in the lead and we were able to align it perfectly. So, Heatran here in the lead, honestly, was the best decision that I did here, for sure. Like, changing the team definitely helped this one out quite a bit. The game definitely could have been a bit better. Like, I lost at least 2 or 3 battles based on the game. But yeah, as you'll see here, Enamorus in the first one, here we see a little bit of lag there as well, where I couldn't actually tap for a bit. But that's the game that we play. We have a charge move coming through, it's going to be the Fly, and we will be able to go back into our Heatran, walling the charge moves of the Enamorus and hard walling now the opponent's backline as well, because the Rhyperior will not survive this hit. And again, Enamorus cannot do anything against Heatran, as both Fly as well as the Grass Knot is going to be either single or double resisted. The fast move is double resisted, and so while maybe attack wise, yes, you have super effective coverage with the Stone Edge, it's maybe a defensive wall here to the opponent, as we will see as well. It's still that actually chunk a bit more than I expected. I mean, it's just a single resisted Fly, but they don't really have fast move pressure, they don't really have any pressure, and so we're gonna be able to win this battle. And trust me, it's not going to be the only Enamorus we're going to face here. And yeah, what we see as well, Kyogre in the lead, Dialga in the back, a very classic backline, or like very classic core here, generally speaking. To the point where I actually would like to take a look at Lugia again. Like, we literally fallen off, would be actually a cool video anyway. But yeah, this is a very standard core. Kyogre Dialga has basically been out the entire time. Of course, back in the day, it was a different form of Dialga. This is just the better form now. Honestly, I feel like the other Dialga also have some chances, so maybe I kind of want to make a video about those as well. But like, yeah, again, this Dialga is a little bit better than the old Dialga. Has a little bit less attack, but a little bit more bulk. In comes the Yveltal, and that's totally fine. The opponent barely has any energy right now. I'm going to be able to go for an Oblivion Ring, and I can align my Heatran against it while still keeping my Tapu Bulu, which is going to be great against especially the Kyogre later on. So we're in a position which I actually quite like. I should most likely overfarmed here by quite a bit more. At this point, by the way, I played those battles way too late at night time. I was really tired. So like for the first 4 or 5 battles, you see me here, for example, this was not lagged. It was just me being tired and I forgot to tap. So good job there. But it's going to be only for like 3-4 battles, and I just realized I just gonna stop playing for the evening. So I didn't do all my sets yesterday. That was also the reason why you didn't see video yesterday already for the Master League. Just couldn't. Like, literally just couldn't physically do it, which is totally fine. And so I just stopped it and did the other battles this morning here. That's the awkward thing for me. Like, League change is always at like 10 PM. I wake up every morning at like 6 AM. So, like, it is a bit difficult. But as you will see here, we're gonna move on to the next opponent, as we still won the battle there. So, if you see it's daytime, you know, I'm actually awake again. But yeah, this is definitely something that you also see a lot of times when I have like the league changes on like Tuesday. If it's important stuff, like I will usually make a video there. I, generally speaking, just usually make a video at the time just to showcase like a new meta for you guys. A lot of times it just doesn't really allow me to have a lot of sleep then, but that is totally fine. Anyway, you're gonna see here Rhyperior against us. That's going to be a matchup where I actually thought that I had no way of getting to a Rock Wrecker, but they must have snuck in a fast move against the Heatran, which I just didn't see on the screen, which will allow them to realign themselves, which is really annoying here, because we really wanted to keep the alignment, and this is actually going to be very bad for us. We're going to we have to use a shield actually, because if they knock us out with this Rhyperior, we're going to be in big trouble. But if they go for a Rock Wrecker, I'm fairly certain I should be able to just go for the full farm down, and they go for the Rock Wrecker here. Full farm down is going to be happening now. We have a ton of energy, and this is going to be great as well against the opponent Enamorus, as we kind of put them into the range for this nearly here as well already. They're going to have the Palkia in the back. This is not looking great for us because they're going to be able to get a ton of energy here against us. We're still going to do some pressure at least with the Stone Edge, and honestly, I think I actually had a chance of winning this battle, but then this happened, and Pokemon Go completely went down there. This is not my internet. I changed both my internet and tried to restart. The game just crashed, and so we're gonna lose here. I think actually I would have been able to win this one. Don't get me wrong, it would have been a close one, but I do think that this was actually something that I could have won if the game just didn't stop working at all. But yeah, this was not down to my internet. It was just down to the game completely crashing, I think, for nearly everyone at this point. Because I restarted, I didn't see any gym, I didn't see any Pokemon. I changed my Wi-Fi, I restarted again, same thing there. Now it's fine afterwards, but I think it was just a hiccup of the server. But yeah, anyway, we're going to see the Alga against us. Going to be also a very solid matchup for the Heatran, allowing us to do some nice neutral damage. And in comes the Zygarde, and I'm going to overfarm by quite a bit, because the fast move is resisted, while all the charge moves are generally speaking resisted on the Yveltal, which you see here as well. They go for the Crunch, so they're running either Crunch and Earthquake or Crunch and Bulldoze. They don't run Outrage. Outrage is also a move that some people might run on the Zygarde though, like it wouldn't be the most uncommon move there ever as well. But we're going to be able to take advantage of the current situation. Just going for the Oblivion Wing here, which is going to do enough to most likely two-shot them. But yeah, I can go for another move. I actually hope that they decide to use a shield here. This would be ideal for me, which they do. I don't want to actually win this matchup. I want them to go for the charge move here, because what I have is Tapu Bulu, what I have is 2 charge moves stored already on my lead. And in comes here now the Necrozma, which I expected, and so I can go for Nature's Madness, which might seem a little bit weird. But what this allows us now is we're gonna do more damage with the Magma Storm. And we have 2 Magma Storms stored, the opponent has a 1 shield left, and this is going to be a victory here, which you'll see as well. We're gonna be able to go for another charge move here, and this is going to be absolutely amazing. Going to allow us to knock them out here, and the Zygarde just decides to forfeit. Next up, we're going to have another Enamorus, and we're going to have another Rhyperior. We have to keep alignment, otherwise you're going to be screwed here. So we're going to go for the Grass Knot. And we're actually going to be able to get the KO here, most likely, or whatever they want to do. They're actually going to give us the KO straight away, which is amazing. We're going to see here the Enamorus coming back in. We can go for Nature's Madness, but it is going to be, yeah, the Fly knocking us out. We can go straight into the Heatran, and we're going to be able to hardwall the opponent now. I'm going to try to overfarm by quite a bit, hoping that there's a Pokemon in the back that I can deal with my Yveltal as well. It's going to be the Kyogre, and I make a bit of a mistake here by going for the Magma Storm. I try to get the shield here from basically trying to, yeah, go for the bait there by trying to hope that they would use a shield against the Stone Edge. They didn't. At the end of the day, I don't think it really matters, because we would have needed mostly another charge move anyway here against the opponent. I guess in the 2-shot scenario, maybe not. But yeah, as we will see here, we're going to have the Enamorus coming back in. We can still go for an Oblivion Wing. And what we will see as well is that the opponent is going to overfarm by quite a bit now. The opponent is going to overfarm by so much, which is great for them. But as you see here, I got my free fast move in, which means I should be able to reach my next charge move in time. I have so much more CP, I win definitely the CMP tie. That's what I thought, and I lose this one. I didn't expect this one, and this decision completely lost me the game. If I did decide to actually just let the move go through, I think I would have been able to win the battle, but I didn't, and that is going to be very sad, because even if I went for a fast move, I would have won here. I'm silly, the opponent needed another fast move to get to the... never mind, don't get me wrong there. I had only 1 HP, the opponent went for the fast move, the damage would have come through first. I went for the charge move there to try to get the 1 damage from them using a shield, it wasn't enough. But yeah, I feel like I could have won this one. Again, showing actually that this team is really amazing. Like, there was basically next to no occasion where I really got hard-rolled by anything or something like this. So yeah, like, this team definitely has played against basically everything that you're going to encounter in the Open Master League. So if you have the Pokemon, I would really recommend you to give this team a try. I think it's a great team to run. Here we will see the opponent having the Dark Pulse of the Yveltal. We're going to try to go for the full farm now. They have the Landorus now in the back. But I'm fairly certain we should be kind of able to go for the swap out here, which is going to be great. This is going to be okay for us, because we're going to still take a hit, and we can go for the full farm out here most likely. Stone Edge is not going to knock us out. The fast move doesn't generate energy that fast, so we're going to go for the full farm, and it does work out, leaving us with nearly 2 charge moves here for whatever wants to come back in. It's going to be the opponent's Yveltal, and that's going to be fine. As we will see here, they're going to go into the Necrozma next. That is not going to be too fine, because we are going to be able to go for another charge move here. But we have to hope that somehow the Heatran is going to be fine against this one. And as we will see here, they're sadly going to farm us down. And with that, Tapu Bulu just doesn't have the chance of knocking them out anymore. Kind of unfortunate. But yeah, again, maybe if I played differently, I would have been able to win this. But it was basically the worst possible Pokemon I could encounter in the back. Anyway, we're going to have here a very awkward lead. But we're going to be able to at least go ahead and... yeah, be able to just go for the no shield actually here. Breaking Stripe bait did not work out, and they go to the Zygarde. What this means is that we are going to be able to have completely unaligned clocks, which is really nice, because what we can see here now is I am going to be able to swap out into my Tapu Bulu, catching the move and getting some nice energy. And this is going to allow us basically, yeah, to do whatever we want to do for the next one. We're just going to be able to, yeah, stay in here, get a ton of energy. And the energy is going to be so crucial, because it's going to allow us to realign basically our clock later on again. So if they would want to swap out here after this charge move, I can just go for another charge move and align myself again, which they're going to do here. And now all of a sudden we have the Necrozma with drop defense against our Heatran, which I think it's going to be a great matchup for us. And they're going to be very much locked into here. And I don't even have to use a shield here, to be fair. This was in the nighttime as well, so I wonder what I'm going to do here. I actually let the move go through. Good job me. Do I actually tap? I do tap as well. I can go for the full farm down. Let's see what's coming in. It's going to be the Rhyperior. Maybe I could have played this a little bit better. I don't know. But we can go for a charge move here. Magma Storm. Getting the shield. They were expecting, I guess, the... what's it called? The other move. The Iron Hat, which we didn't have here. We're going to get another move off as well here, which is great. So we do even a little bit more damage against them. That is absolutely amazing. And now we have two Pokemon that are both going to be good against them. And they decide to just forfeit here. They had no chance, and that is fine. We will see the Alga here against our Heatran. Again, a very solid matchup for our Heatran. Heatran was honestly really, really good. Like, if you haven't built your Heatran yet, I actually would recommend it to you. And if you have a Shadow Heatran that you want to build, even better. And you know what would be even better as well? Send me some gameplay for the Master League. There's the link down below, always in the description as well. So if you have some cool, interesting battles that you want to have featured on the channel here, link is always down below. I would really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot as well. But yeah, we're gonna see the Magma Storm coming through. We have the opponent with another Pokemon as well here. Let's see what's going to be. It's going to be the Enamorus. We're gonna swap out again, and this is looking quite interesting. The opponent can go for another Stone Edge. We let the move go through. We know that we survived this hit anyway. And as we will see here, we're gonna be able to go ahead and go for the Oblivion Wing against the opponent's Palkia. That is going to be totally fine. Let's see here, we have the Palkia coming in. We're gonna get to Nature's Madness eventually, but we're gonna even try to overfarm by a little bit. This can be a bit risky because, while you might think, oh, this is going to be such a great matchup for me, it is not all the time the best for me, because what we will see here is we're gonna have to go for a charge move, but we're basically gonna be in a position now where yeah, Nature's Madness is gonna knock us out, but we're kind of low, so we have to hope that the energy was worth it for this matchup here, which I'm not too sure about yet. This is going to be the Nature's Madness coming in. We're gonna try to go for another move afterwards, but as you'll see here, I tried to swap out to catch the move. It didn't work out. I'm gonna use a shield. Grass Knot does more damage than the Nature's Madness. Nature's Madness gets a debuff and does 80 damage, while Grass Knot does 90 damage. And as you'll see here, this is going to be enough to knock them out, and we can move on to the second to last battle. Next up, we're going to have here the Landorus coming in. That is going to be an interesting one as well. And as you will see, we're going to have a very neutral matchup here. We're going to be able to win this in the two-shield scenario for sure. But as we see here, the opponent swaps out again into the yeah, Zygarde, which is going to be great, because usually we should be able to survive those hits, especially if they're going to run the Crunch, which is seemingly going to be the case here instead of the Outrage, as they go for the charge move quite early. And I don't want to go for anything other than the swap out here, and we're going to end up with nearly 2 charge moves on our Yveltal, having a little bit of energy here already on our yeah, Tapu Bulu, and we should be even able to pressure the opponent's Zygarde here if I want to with a Nature's Madness. But they even go for another charge move. I'm even happy about this, because right now the opponent's switch clock has been up for quite a while. My switch clock is not up yet, but what we can do is we can go for Nature's Madness, get the shield from the opponent, get another Nature's Madness in here, get most likely another shield from the opponent, and now we can swap out of here, go for the Yveltal, get the KO, guaranteed here with the Oblivion Wing, two times a debuff onto them. We have the Palkia coming in, which means that basically with this Pokemon, we're going to have still one of the hard stands in the back, and we're going to get a ton of damage into them now. The issue is they have quite a bit of energy here, so that is not going to be ideal. We're going to let the move go through. It is going to be the Aqua Tail coming in, and as we will see as well, the Nature's Madness is going to allow us to knock them out. Luckily, they didn't swap out of here. But now it's down to the final Pokemon, which is going to be the Zygarde, which has access to very likely Earthquake here. But I think it is my best interest to just go for the Magma Storm. It is the stab move. It is the better move to go for, most likely, than Stone Edge. We have to go for 2 though, but I'm very certain we win even the CMP tie against the opponent, so we should be fine here. Earthquake is coming through. Last effort from them. And again, like, this team actually was amazing. Like, this team really worked out well, and we kind of knock out the opponent. We can move on to the next one. Heatran into Zacian here. This is going to be a bit of an awkward one, because here's the thing with Zacian. You never really know what they're running. If they're running Wild Charge in close combat, they're going to have here, of course, nice coverage against us. Let's see what's going to be. It's going to be the Wild Charge, which means they very likely don't have close combat, which is telling us that they have Play Rough as well. Which means that actually Heatran would be a very solid shot in order to try to destroy them there. So I don't know, like, maybe I should have kept my Heatran here a little bit more. Should have paid a little bit more attention to the first move. I didn't actually pay attention to what move they went for while I did the battles, but this is definitely something where you can help yourself for later on then, because you know what the moves that they're going to run there. But anyway, we have the Oblivion Ring coming through here. They swap back out into the Zacian. I can go for another charge move. At the end of the day, they will go for a wild charge here anyway. I could like use a shield and farm them down here if I really wanted to, but I don't actually want to. I'd rather keep the shield for later on. We still have the Tabu Bulu, which has some play here. We're gonna get 2 Bullet Seeds in. That's just gonna be a wild charge. I don't really care too much about it, but that was way too fast for something like a play rough. And so, we still have a shield left, and we still have 2 Pokemon left. We know about one of the Pokemon from the opponent, which you have to use a shield against now, which is going to be the Yveltal. We just don't know what else they have in the back. I'm fairly certain they're going to be Energy Dry now. I can overfarm by a little bit here. I could have maybe even went for 1 extra, but I just want to play it a little bit safe, because if I get this run wrong here, the game is instantly over. And they have the Zerroot in the back, and that is going to be quite a difficult one for us to deal with. Let's see on how this is going to go. Zerroot is going to take the Nature's Madness. We're going to get the drop of their defense, and we will see here that we're going to have to take a hit. Can we survive it? We cannot. And so it is down to Heatran, which are going to, which we're going to try to use here to fully farm them down. Can we survive the hit? That depends on if we win or not. We can by just a few HP, and this is going to be it for this video. Heatran is amazing, the team is amazing, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.